Hello everyone, welcome to Dada's FoodCrave Kitchen. If this is your first time here, I absolutely welcome you. In today's recipe, I'll be showing you how to make the Senegambian style beef jollof rice, which we call Thiebu Yapa or beef Benachin. If you are interested in seeing how to make this delicious Senegambian style beef jollof Benachin Thiebu Yapa, please stay tuned, and before you leave, kindly hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you stay updated in any new video that I uploaded. So without any further ado, let's get cooking. Okay guys, first we're gonna start off by getting all our ingredients together. I have here some bell peppers. This is to get our knuckles ready. Then I have my scallions, which is the green onions. Then I have some garlic. As you all know already, I love garlic, guys. Then I have some habanero pepper, cherry tomatoes, and some onions. If you don't have cherry tomatoes, just use the big tomato. That should be fine, or you can use the crushed tomato in the can. Then I have some jumbo cubes here. Sometimes people will leave some comment in my video and ask me what is jumbo. Jumbo is just simply a seasoned cube. You can use any seasoned cube you have. You can use Maggi cube, seasoned Nor cube, any seasoned cube you have, that should be fine. Then I am going to blend all those ingredients in the blender. Then in a pot I have a little bit of oil. Now I am going to brown my meat. I'm using goat meat in this recipe, and I did not add anything on the meat. I just wash it really clean. And what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna brown it in a little bit of oil and add simply salt. Nothing else but just salt for now. Cover the pot, give it a little time, let the meat do its thing. Meanwhile, I am going to now set aside my vegetables, guys. Yes, you need your vegetables. I have eggplant, yucca, which is cassava. I have some carrots and pumpkin. You need vegetables in your diet, guys. Yes. Then I have here some bell peppers that I sliced, and I'm only using these for garnishing. You will see it at the end of the video what I'm going to use these bell peppers for, just to decorate the plate, but it's also edible as well. I'm also going to use some shrimp. I'm going to make some delicious sauce with it. So keep watching the video as we go along. You will see every ingredient here is a key to this recipe, As you can see, I left some of the shell on the shrimp and the shrimp was already deveined. Now I'm also going to use some boiled eggs. And these were all my blended ingredients. I am going to use this knockers in 3 different ways. Watch this video closely because I'm going to use all these blended ingredients in three different ways. So as you can see, my meat's beginning to brown up, but not quite yet. Obviously, it's oozing out its own juice for now. But like I said, don't panic. Whenever you're browning your meat, it's always gonna ooze out its own water. Now you're gonna keep browning this meat until all the water dries down, until you see nothing but oil. Meanwhile, I am going to now cook my shrimp and make a little bit of delicious sauce that will go along with this dish. So I use some of the blended ingredients, which is the knockers. I added a little bit of oil, so I'm going to add the knockers in the hot oil and stir fry it a little bit. Add the shrimp, then add some salt, then I'm using my cilantro lime seasoning. It's just seasoning that mixed with different type of herbs on it. Lime, cilantro, you name it. You can use any seasoning you have of your choice. You can use lemon pepper if you want. Then I added a little bit of black pepper. Now I'm going to stir it a little bit and keep cooking it until the shrimp is well done and all the knockers, the blended ingredients, is incorporated well into the shrimp. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of lime. If you don't have this type of lime, which I will definitely prefer you use freshly squeezed lime. If you don't, you can just use a little tiny bit of vinegar, just to give it that little bit of kick into this sauce. This is gonna go along well with the beef Benachin. So keep cooking it until everything is well incorporated, until all the onions and the shrimp are well cooked. And this is how it looks like. This part in the recipe is done. Now you're gonna set that aside. Let's focus on continue on in cooking the beef Benachin, which is the Thiebu Yapa. And guys, I'm telling you, it looks like my pot has a lot of bone, but you know, once the meat start frying, I don't know guys, it just I don't know what to say, but I have some mixture of meat and bone in there, which is actually delicious anyway. So then I'm gonna use a can of tomato paste, 1 small can of tomato paste. I am going to add that and keep frying it and browning it until it's brown. As you can see, I'm using the liquid seasoning, nor seasoning liquid kind. If you don't have that, you can use some soy sauce if you want. That will go well. If you don't have soy sauce or this liquid nor seasoning, you can use Maggi liquid seasoning too. So I'm gonna keep browning up this tomato with the meat until it's completely brown and a little bit caramelized with the beef or the meat. You want to cook it gently and take your time, guys. The more you take your time in cooking your food, the tastier it's gonna be. So the meat and the tomato is browned a little bit. Now I'm gonna add my knockers into the pot, and I'm also going to brown that as well. I'm not using all that knockers. If you listen very carefully earlier, I mentioned that I'm going to use these knockers in 3 different ways. As you can see, I have some left and I'm going to use it later on. Keep watching the video, you will see what I'm doing with the rest of the blended ingredients. Then I added my bay leaf to give it a nice delicious aroma to it. Cover the pot, give it some time. Meanwhile, I am going to now boil my eggs, and this is a steamer pot which I'm going to pre-steam my rice before I cook it. Some people, like in Gambia, we know it as inde, which is the steaming pot, the steamer pot. So I'm going to just boil my rice on the one side, the bottom part of the steamer pot, which you're also going to need the water to boil to steam the rice as well. Then I am checking on my Benachin sauce, which is the jollof rice sauce. This is how we cook our jollof rice, Benachin, Senegambian way. Then I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Keep browning it, the onions, and until everything is caramelized, until it's browned very beautifully. And cook it on a low medium heat and take your time. Patience is key. Like I said, the patiently you cook your food, the tasty is gonna get, because all these ingredients that you see here has its own natural sweetness. So once it's brown, I'm gonna now add all my vegetables, my eggplant, carrots, pumpkin, and my cassava, which is yucca, and my habanero pepper, and then I'm gonna add some water. The reason why obviously I'm gonna add water is because I want my vegetables to cook, and also you need to add water anyways to cook your rice. I do not measure when I'm cooking my rice because I know exactly how much water to add. Then I added my Maggi jumbo cube. I'm gonna cover the pot and let my vegetables cook. Meanwhile, my eggs been boiled. Now I'm gonna take my eggs out. Now I am going to add my washed rice. I'm using the broken rice, which is the rice beets, which is perfect for Thiebu Yapa Benachin. Yes, if you never try making your jollof rice or your Benachin with this broken rice, go ahead and do so. It is so yummy. It almost tastes like couscous because of how broken the rice is. It's so delicious. So I'm gonna add that into the steamer pot and cook it, steam it for like 15 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, my vegetables are all cooked. So now I am going to now take all the vegetables out. Take all your vegetables out and set them aside. Yes, the Senegambian way of cooking the jollof rice, which is the Benachin, Thiebu Yapa. We also have Thiebu Jin, Thiebu Ganar, which is the chicken Benachin. But this one is the Thiebu Yapa. So after 15 to 20 minutes, my rice been steamed. It's almost like pre-cooked the rice. If you don't have a steamer pot, it's okay. Just wash your rice and just cook it the normal way. That's fine. But when you do that, it makes the cooking process go a little faster. Then also you don't have to add too much water to cook the rice. So now that's done, I am going to now add my steamed rice into the Benachin Thiebu Yapa sauce. So now we are going to continue on cooking the Benachin, which is the Thiebu Yapa. Some may know it as jollof rice, but like I said, this is the Senegambian way, the Gambian Senegalese way. So mix it until they well combine. Now that remaining knockers, I am going to now add it in there to give it more extra delicious flavor. Try this method, guys. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Yes. Cover the pot and let it cook for 45 minutes. I went ahead off camera and covered the pot with a parchment paper. I cooked it for 45 minutes and voila, this was 45 minutes later, guys. You see why it's important to cover it with a parchment paper or a foil paper to trap some of the water, because you don't want all that excess water to go into your rice. Then it's gonna be too mushy, as we know it as poto rice. Yes, no, you don't want no poto rice. As you can see, after 45 minutes later, our Thiebu Yapa beef Benachin is ready. It is so delicious. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button and your notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified when a new video is uploaded. And make sure you check my other channel, guys, which is Mama Honest Review, which I do beauty tips on that channel. I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check my other second YouTube channel, which is Mama Honest Reviews. Yes, and voila, this is our Thiebu Yapa all decorated nicely for you guys. I hope you guys will try this recipe. It is so delicious. It looks so yummy, so appetizing. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.